Maggie, we have a fun week of repetitive drills ahead.
I wonder what the kid was so upset about.
Don't worry, little baby. I'll be okay till morning. Now I'm screwed.
There's so many different ways that I could start this video. I was originally gonna do this video last month, back before, you know, my life went to shit. So in college, I'm not doing this. One of my requirements to graduate college is that I have to do a chemistry course, which is fucked up because I can barely keep chemistry with the guests that I have on this channel.
Welcome back to the roundtable.
I can manipulate your audio in any way, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess it is just a word.
Whoa! The class has been a drag to get through, but one thing that I do to keep myself from jumping off the third floor is listening to Matthew J. and Steve Yurko's podcast, The Deep End, where they go through Adult Swim shows one by one in order of release. They had Jeff Tramble of Writer on Cracker the Creek on there a few times, one of which being the episode where they talk about baby blues. I told them I was going to do this, son. I said it, there's no turning back now.
Dad, I'm coming.
All right, son.
Baby Blues was an animated series on the WB, later syndicated on Adult Swim, based on the comic strip of the same name. It ran from 2000 to 2000, and the remaining 5 episodes of the first season aired on Adult Swim in 2002. I used to watch this all the time when Adult Swim had it. I remember being amazed at the fact that there were more comic strip characters on screen that I recognized that weren't trying to run and kick a football. Not like Committed, a show that I've never watched, but it keeps showing up in my recommended. I remember this strip, but these designs make me uncomfortable. Some characters just don't translate well to animation, man.
It doesn't get any better than this.
That is so sad.
Quarantine, quarantine, quarantine. And while you guys are quarantined, you should definitely check out today's sponsor. And I totally just dated today's video by making a timely reference.
Yo, am I too late?
Can we still monetize this? Today's video is brought to you by the service Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different classes covering dozens of different creative topics, all taught by well-versed professionals. Premium membership gives you unlimited access, so you can join whatever classes and communities you feel like are right for you. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even your career, Skillshare is honestly the best place for you to continue to develop whatever your craft is. There's classes on poster design, animation, writing, but since Baby Blues is based on a long-running comic strip, I thought it'd be fitting to bring up Keith Knight's Tuning Your Favorite Tune. Draw an autobio comic strip of your favorite song. Just pick a song and go. It's the box. You all have to do a comic strip about the box. Skillshare is also wild affordable, especially in comparison to pricey in-person classes and workshops. I don't know, man. With all this free time that we have now, I encourage you guys to spend it way better than I have. Well, I never meant to cause you no pain. I said I just wanna go back to being the same. Never. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. But the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 2-month free trial of premium membership. So you can explore your creativity without having to put the bag up. Just go to Skillshare.com/ToonrificTariq4. Skillshare.com/ToonrificTariq4 for 2 months completely free. Only way to come back from doing a video on the blackest show ever made is to give you the whitest show ever made.
Uh-oh, kids. Now you're gonna see why I fell in love with your mom. Baby can blow.
Pause. What the fuck?
The comic strip is based on is about Daryl and Wanda McPherson raising, first, their daughter Zoe. But as the strip continues, they have more kids, including Hammy and Ren. I have no idea how I'm going to pronounce this, so I'm just going to put it on the screen. Please don't tell me in the comments how to say it. I do not want to hear it.
Huh?
The name is pretty fitting. Y'all ever try to Google Baby Blues before?
I want to read the Baby Blues comic.
Mom? From what I can tell, the comic starts with Zoe's birth. and the show follows in his footsteps. The episode order is kinda all over the place, but you can easily tell that the pilot is supposed to be the Christmas special where Zoe is born. The show isn't necessarily a prequel, but it kinda hits reset. It adds new characters, creates more of an environment, messes with the style. That's why some characters look like they were designed to be animated, while others look like Garfield and Friends rejects and whatever the hell this nigga is supposed to be. Sweetie, sit down. I'm getting uncomfortable. I don't know, the comic was always from Daryl and Wanda's perspective, from the little I remember reading. But the show definitely added and enhanced some adult elements in order to make it a bit more, palatable? I found a short little doc about the comic strip on YouTube just because I wanted to have a little bit more context of where these guys' heads were at when they created the strip. They talk about grabbing from experiences of parenting and wanting to echo the little nuances of having kids that they saw throughout their daily lives.
I'm constantly exploiting my family for profit.
Oh, you smell that? It's the American dream. I don't know, the show definitely does this too. This episode's like Wanda proof that are all about Daryl and Wanda struggling to raise Zoe. Pretty normal, be it exaggerated stuff when considering the strip's premise.
That's funny, there's no reading. Where's the mercury?
Didn't that thing have a tip?
I know where it is.
Whoa! Oh, here's my copy of Black Panther. But maybe a good like half of the episodes aren't even about that. The show realizes that we're spending all of our time with Daryl and Wanda, so they take it upon themselves to really push their marriage, relationship, and personal insecurities with being a new parent. I don't know, I always like that about this show. Whenever you watch a show like this, the parents are always the best part. Look at Rugrats.
Betty, a thief? That's an absurd proposition.
Huh? I already used that clip. What? When? The Little Lulu Show? Man, ain't nobody watched that video. I think the best thing about them as a couple is that you never end up questioning why Wanda is with Daryl. Alright, so I'm gonna take y'all all over the world real quick, but I promise I'm going somewhere with this. I saw this video not too long ago about the phenomena of just stupid, clumsy, drunk, angry TV dads and their attractive, level-headed wives that are smarter and could obviously do much better. This started with Ralph Cramden in The Honeymooners. He was more of an asshole than anything else. I love The Honeymooners, but that shit is so 40s. This nigga used to verbally tell his wife every single day that he would knock her shit loose so hard that she would fly and hit the damn moon, my nigga.
Bang, zoom.
Son, do you know where the moon is?
One of these days, Alice. Bang, zoom, straight to the moon.
Wow, I never realized the first astronauts were so fat.
That's not an astronaut, it's a TV comedian. And he was just using space travel as a metaphor for beating his wife.
He was really bold, really opinionated, sarcastic, and angry. This became the template for TV dads. You know, the ones that weren't on the whole father knows best vibes. All in the Family, Sanford and Son, but animation got a hold of this from the Flintstones. Homer even started out as an angry dad in the shorts, before slowly morphing into the poster child for the stupid father, or as the hood would call him, dumbass daddy. Look, okay, so the point is, as time went on, these characters got less and less attributes of being actual fathers and more attributes akin to being loud, obnoxious, abusive, and incompetent.
Ah, damn it, Meg!
Dumb dad, straight man wife is a classic formula. It's easy to write and make funny. But I don't know, it's nice to see a woman in one of these animated shows that didn't just kind of like settle. They actually complement each other, not even just in like a comedic timing sense.
Look at that guy. Teaching his kids that you can solve problems with violence.
I blame rap music.
Laugh if you will, Wanda.
Daryl isn't dumb and he isn't a bad guy. They kind of go out of their way to say like, no, this is a man who cares about his wife and his family first.
Never mind how he looks. This is a man.
He has character flaws and insecurities that they play with throughout the show's short run, but he's a good dad and is consistently showing his wife attention, understanding, and affection. The way they talk to each other feels natural, and you really get the sense that they have an understanding of each other.
Wanda, I don't understand you.
Aw, damn, where you find that at? Go ahead and log off for me, baby. I'm not stuck wondering why she didn't like call the boys on him for like domestic abuse. Look, bottom line, cartoon niggas, respect your wives, alright?
Everybody look, it's Mr. Bitches.
Huh? Where? Oh. Daryl and Wanda are great, but I really love their next door neighbors, the Bittermans. I'm pretty sure these guys were created for the show. Karl is the typical neighbor that's doing better than the main character, a real Dingleberg ass nigga, but he's really saved by his brass personality. He and his wife Melinda have 3 kids, Rodney, Megan, and Shelby, which kind of mirrors the 3 kids that Daryl and Wanda end up having later on in the strip. He's the angry dad trope that I just spoke about. He be putting his kids in some wild ass situations, but they still breathing though, so he gotta be doing something right.
Alright, thanks, Karl.
Hey, it's all part of being a good father.
Shelby, where's Shelby?
He'll turn up.
He's best when he's with his oldest son, Rodney. Rodney is a wild ass little nigga, son. You can tell he's the reason that Karl lost most of his hair.
Now, Rodney, I don't want you touching any of this equipment.
Okay.
What did I just tell you?
I'm not touching it. Ask Megan. He's not touching it.
Don't push me, Rodney.
What am I doing wrong?
Oh, you know exactly what you're doing wrong.
If you couldn't tell already, Karl and Melinda kidnapped Phil and Lil. If you couldn't tell already, Rodney and Megan are voiced by Kath Soucie, Phil and Lil from the Rugrats. E.G. Daly's there too, but she pretty much just shows up and does the Tommy laugh and keeps it pushing. Karl and Melinda even have a great relationship. You can tell they're tired and stressed out, but it's really only like this towards the kids. Whenever they get some time alone together, they have a blast.
As my fingers let go of the railing, I knew I would never go back. Ever since that day, we've been together. King Karl with his queen by his side. And if it's all been a dream, I hope I never wake up.
Matter of fact, let's talk about Melinda.
I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby.
Daryl. Karl.
Melinda.
Wanda. Has a baby.
I love Melinda, son. She has this dry, matter-of-fact nature to everything that she says. Arabella Field's vocal performance, tied to the stock stance and emotion that she has, really molds her into a character like no other.
Hey, look at Hitler. Rodney, that's rude. You should say Charlie Chaplin. Who's that? Funny little guy with the Hitler mustache.
Oh.
Oh, my God, Rodney, you goddamn goat. On the Deep End podcast, they talk about how Rodney is probably the funniest part of the show, and I'm definitely here to co-sign that. While the Bittermans have 2 other kids, Rodney's the one with the focus. Megan really only laughs at whatever Rodney does, and Shelby needs somebody to hold his dick when he pees.
Do you mind? He needs someone to pull down his pants, lift him up, and hold it.
Hold it?
He won't let go of his bat.
Rodney shows a lot of signs of being just like his dad. He's sarcastic and troublemaker, and you can really tell he's been impressioned by his father's values. But they never lose sight of the fact that he really is just a kid. They give him a little friendship with Zoe, which is really sweet. He always tries to make her laugh or smile. I really like this aspect about him in the Christmas special though, when he talks to Zoe when she's relatively still a newborn.
See, you drive mom and dad nuts. They pay attention. Just don't let up. They start to think it's easy and pop. Pop, you got a little sister and a little brother, and you're yesterday's whipped piece. Oh, come on, it's all right. Don't worry, Shorty. You play your cards right. You stay an only child.
I thought this was cute the first time I saw it, but thinking about it a little heavier, it really is a justification for his character's creation. His life currently mirrors how Zoe's life is in the strip's present day. 2 parents being the oldest, 2 younger siblings. He's essentially warning her about her future here. And when you look at Rodney through those kind of lenses when he's with Zoe, it makes their relationship all the more sweeter. And that's why it hurts when she flips and starts fucking with Shelby. Hold your head, my nigga. The McPhersons have a babysitter for Zoe, a high schooler named Busy, voiced by Nicole Sullivan, aka Shigo.
Morning, Mr. Mac.
Yeah.
Busy's great too. She's one of those angsty 90s teenagers, but I appreciate the fact that at least you understand where all of her angst is coming from. I mean, if my mom was dating Drew Carey, I'd say, Mom, how are you? I haven't talked to you in months.
Bye, Mr. Mac. Sorry I saw your package.
One thing they do is that they use Busy a lot to tie into Wanda's insecurities. Busy's young and free, but those days are over for Wanda. She has a daughter that she has to look out for, and it ain't like she works. They agreed one parent would stay home, and she took that. You get episodes like Busy Moves In, where Wanda realizes, oh shit, I'm old. Just like anybody would if you thought about the fact that if someone was born the exact day that the first SpongeBob movie came out, they'd be a sophomore or junior in high school right now. Fuck. When she realizes this, she starts mobbing with Busy and her friends everywhere, doing reckless shit like breaking into SeaWorld, which I always thought these lines were hilariously ridiculous.
Oh my god, I am dying!
Like so dying.
I am dead.
I'm so dead.
I don't remember. How do we get here? So anyway, that show's called Berry Tales, by the way. It's on YouTube. You should check it out. So anyway, they sort of just end the episode with Wanda accepting the whole act your age thing. But I thought the episode was an interesting study. There's something to be said about the freedom and the age that you lose once you have your first kid. What exactly is there to say about it? I don't know. These characters are like 6 or 7 years older than me. There's other characters that populate their town, but none of them really ever get a chance to like do anything. You got the Black Guy Cosby parody voiced by Phil Lamar. You got his wife, not voiced by Cree Summer. That's weird. There's the lesbian couple with Cat Susie using the exact same voice that she used for Phil and Lil's mom.
Here he's running a Japanese sex ring out of his basement.
There's something going on here. I mean, I'm too pussy to find out what it means, but it ain't a coincidence. Let's talk about this black man again. The McPhersons have a dog who's also voiced by Phil Lamar for some reason. The dog's name is Charlie, and the black man's name is Rex. They gave the black man the dog name. The dog is Brown. Open your third eye, kings.
They had the free meal in order to kill Bill.
Yeah, all that. Look at this nigga growling and shit. That's Samurai Jack, you assholes. Is that a white doll? How many years after the OJ trial was this? I really like how the show is written, if you couldn't tell that by now. The stories all flow really well. The characters are pretty consistent and it's really dialogue heavy. They do a couple on-the-nose jokes.
You know, I don't think we should completely shelter Zoe. We'll teach her to choose.
Of course, she can watch anything she wants on PBS. Look, if another network's logo's on the screen, we get up, we turn off the set.
Who's gonna tell them? Or sometimes they throw some shots.
Boy, when that family circus guy lets his son draw the comic, it really sucks, huh?
Son, do you know what Family Circus is? Let me find out Baby Blues and Family Circus are beefing like Ja Rule and 50 Cent.
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that guy.
All the pairings that they emphasize really work. Daryl and Wanda, Wanda and Melinda, Rodney and Karl, Daryl and Karl. Like the first episode titled God Forbid.
God forbid. God forbid.
It does a lot of things really well, but one of the main things that it does is that it establishes Daryl and Karl's relationship. They're vastly different, but there's a respect there that's present throughout the rest of the series. This episode does a good job establishing said respect. My personal favorite thing that they do is that they perfectly articulate the difference between these two's personalities in just one joke.
You'll feel differently once you get to know him better.
Fat chance. Maybe you're right.
You'll feel differently once you get to know him better.
Fat chance. Fat chance.
I'm trying to stray away from the thing that I normally do. Like, you know, sometimes I'll go through an episode or two of a show while I'm talking about it. But I kind of want to encourage you guys to watch this. It's all on YouTube and there's only like 13 episodes. So if I tell you how one of them ends, I'd be spoiling like 15% of the show. I know that number is wrong, but I haven't taken a math class in over 4 years and my public school system has done nothing but fail me. You guys should look into that. This is one episode called The Bad Family that just blew my mind because it's literally nothing like the rest of the show. Like, alright, so without giving too much away, a series of misunderstandings happen that lead the whole hood to thinking that Daryl and Wanda are a bad family, so they all turn on them. I won't go into how they resolve this shit, but it's fucking nuts. Nobody in this episode acts like a fucking normal human being.
I gotta hand it to you, Daryl. For a guy who recycles, you are one cold-blooded S.O.B.
Oh yeah, they keep calling people S.O.Bs in this show and it cracks my shit up every time, especially when Rodney does it. But yeah, The Bad Family is a wild-ass episode. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Nothing's as weird as that time Johnny Test fell in love with himself. Anybody told this nigga to go fuck himself yet? Ha! Fuck, I'm funny. Shit! I'm using the square one transition again. Nobody saw the Mike Lewinog video.
The ionized house,
I don't know why, but I legitimately couldn't wait to talk about the animation of this show. It's not even like anything groundbreaking, but I just like looking at it. The characters like actually move, son. I've been in the house watching Family Guy for 3 straight weeks. I feel spoiled looking at this. So Warner Brothers Animation outsourced the animation of this show into 3 separate studios. Varga Studios, Sunwoo Entertainment, and Rough Draft, which is the only one that I've heard of. Varga Studios, let's see what else they did. Oh, so that was y'all responsible for that nasty ass As Told by Ginger pilot.
It was you!
No, but as far as I can tell, Varga is the studio that animated a lot of my favorite looking episodes, like the Christmas one. The movement is so flowy. The characters are constantly moving, and there's a lot of great acting bits that I picked up on. Like, look at the acting on Karl here. Everything about how he's moving just bleeds his personality. And this bit from the Christmas special, it blew my mind when I first saw it.
What's that?
It's our new baby.
What are you calling it?
Zoe.
That's stupid.
They do this a lot with Rodney. His design's really small and simple, so they take the liberty to do whatever the hell they want with him. Shit, this animation studio shows out faster than
Here we go, classic Tariq back on this bullshit.
faster than Chris Brown died and stomped the yard. Sunwoo and Rough Draft approach the series with more of a straightforward approach. The characters still move an awful lot, but it's really keyframed out. As far as I'm concerned, it still looks great. Sometimes they can leave a little bit more to be desired, I guess. Like this argument with Karl and Rodney. Watch this little nigga's mouth disappear, son.
You never complained about food before?
Maybe I never tasted food before.
Eat!
No!
Eat!
No!
But that kind of stuff could mean a lot, whether it's budget stuff, script changes, or time constraints. The show still does a lot of interesting stuff visually, whether it's in the everyday dialogue or the dream sequences that they really like to do. And they do these wild 3D perspective shots, where you can tell that they hand drew everything. See, this is what I mean when I say that I just like looking at this shit. It's such a cool looking cartoon. If they did this on Family Guy today, that'd 1000% be a CG car. I'm sorry, I've really been watching a lot of Family Guy. On the Deep End podcast, surprise, surprise, I'm bringing them up again. They talk about how the Christmas episode feels like the pilot, despite it being aired later, and I totally buy that. Looser animation, more mistakes. They do that Mike Lou and Og thing where they don't know where the screen ends. I mean, they do it a lot in the rest of the show's run, but it's like every damn shot in this one. Jesus Christ. Oh, and also it's like about the birth of Zoe and shit. It sounds like something a pilot would do. The show really ditches the comic strip aesthetic that you'd expect from something like this, like in the Loud House or something. Poo-poo like shit. Daryl, Wanda, and Zoe still take on their designs from the comic with no real changes. But they kind of just like threw all of those design philosophies out when it came to adding new characters. Like the really disproportionate heads, exaggerated hair, one big lumped together Sonic the Hedgehog eye. I mean, like Dancing Queen over here has it, but she's an anomaly to be completely honest. Shit, if you think about it too hard, Karl and Melinda don't even look like they belong in the same show as Daryl and Wanda design-wise. Some work, some don't. But nothing really too noticeable unless you have like an annoying animator's eye like I do. Fucking can't watch Phineas and Ferb for 5 seconds without noticing that they made the wrong eye the big one on Ferb's face.
Fun never falls too far from the treehouse.
Alright, so I got this far and realized that I forgot to mention Daryl's co-worker, Kenny, voiced by Diedrich Bader. Hey, Captain.
Hey, Captain. What's happening, Captain? Hey, Captain. Hey, Captain.
He's fun. Look, he's a fun character. You just go watch it, alright? You ain't doing nothing.
That's good coffee. Teach me.
Rounding this off, if you're watching this show on YouTube, don't pay these titles any mind. Some were listed as season 2, but that's all cap. All of these episodes are from the first season. There's no second season of this show. Right?
Perhaps.
Apparently, there's a whole season worth of episodes of this show that were produced and never released. That, like, blew my mind when I found out. Stuff like that is so surreal. Do you know how much time and money animation takes? They just paid to make it and they shelved it? We gotta find those episodes, son. If these weird-ass DC niggas could beg for the Schneider Cut under every goddamn post, we could demand our final season of Baby Blue. We gotta do something about this. We gotta flood the streets. We gotta get our voices heard. We gotta. Never mind. I'm already exhausted. Listen, I'll be in my bathroom singing more Monica. Or not, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
That's good, Shelby. Trust no one.
Man, I really love Baby Blues. I rediscovered it during a real stressful time in my life. Not as not as stressful as right now, absolutely not. But for a while, this became my happy show. Baby Blues is not a show that everyone remembers, not by a long shot. But that's why it's important to show shows like this some love. No matter what, it took a lot of really talented, really dedicated people to put something like this together, and it's only right to honor them.
A lot of people work really hard on this film, and all they ask is for you to memorize their names.
I would do this with other shows, but what's the use? It's all been done before. I told you I'd use it.
You know, I think we're saying the same thing. We both want what's best for Zoe.
Yeah. Let's just do this right. We owe it to that little girl in the back seat.
High top intact, in fact, I got it just to represent that real rap, dog, that's real rap. Catch me with a bag of chips, bitch, you know I'm all that. Fuck fashion, bitch, it's all about that in fashion. I'm sipping on some Insure, my girl sipping Slim Fast. Throw this dick at her, tell that bitch she better think fast. Fuck lyrics, I don't spit that, I spit crack. That's why.
Yeah, promise me you'll never move away. Rodney and Zoe are so crazy about each other they'd be heartbroken.
Zoe is a very lucky little girl.
What's that?
It's our new baby.
What are you calling it?
Zoe.
That's stupid.
First place, I'm is in first place, and I'm at the top like the moon was my motherfucking birthplace. These fuck niggas couldn't touch me on my worst day. Ball game nigga, I ain't with that horseplay. I'm screaming motherfuck the world to the earth break. Dude really do get it, shaking like an earthquake.
I was about to grab my man gun to shoot Tupac.